Good morning. It's Carlos Ramirez, owner of NVS Audio in Roselle, New Jersey. Happy Father's Day to everyone. It's come to my attention that some of you are having problems with the Sound Digital EVOX 800.4 and the amplifier not turning off. So I just made a quick video to try and help anybody this can help, especially now considering that the amplifiers are on back order. So if you have one that you think is bad, it's going to be tough to get it warranted. We have literally installed 100 of these with no issues, but we have helped other shops and personal owners that have had issues with the amplifier not turning off. At the beginning, I didn't see the issue at all because we put a DSP on every single bike that we work on. That's why we weren't seeing the issues. But as we were fixing the issues for other shops and personal bike owners, I realized when you run it directly off the radio and you're not using a DSP or directly off the factory radio, that what happens is the amplifier has a built-in circuit to detect when the radio turns on when there's music playing. So what's happening is the circuit is a lot more sensitive in these newer EVOX amplifiers than they were in the older ones. So it's seeing a minute difference in voltage on the RCA inputs, and it's keeping the amplifier on because it thinks that there's music playing. There's a couple of simple ways to solve this. The number one first way to solve it is making sure that your radio and amplifier share the same ground. I always recommend running a power wire and a ground wire directly from the battery, and then making sure that the amplifier and the radio have the same ground. That fixes the issue 80% of the times, because if you don't have the same ground, it creates a little bit of a voltage difference between the two units, and it's just enough to keep the amplifier on. If you're having this issue, it's a really easy way to troubleshoot. Just disconnect the RCAs, the amplifier should turn off. So now, if you're not going to add a DSP, adding a DSP automatically fixes the issue because it separates the RCA inputs of the amplifier from the RCA outputs of the radio. So there's a couple of quick fixes. If you're using a radio without a DSP and you're currently going through the RCAs, use speaker level and just add one of these. A line level converter, you can use that one. You can use the Access one that's made just for Harley Davidson. Doesn't really matter what you use, but it's going to isolate the RCA input from the amplifier and the RCA output from the radio, and it's going to get rid of that little change in voltage, and the amplifier will shut off. Another way you can do it is using the speaker level input of the amplifier. So instead of using the RCA from the radio, just use the speaker wires coming out of the radio and go into the high level input. That will also solve the problem. We've literally fixed this on at least 20 different bikes that we did not build. I've been on the phone with the guys from Sound Digital and Chris Lowell from Garage Stereo and Blaze Cycles, Dorian, and I've spent a bunch of time on the phone about this, and we've been able to make almost every single amplifier shut off. Everyone I've put my hands on, we've been able to make shut off. So if you can't get this going on your own, give me a call at the shop. I will walk you through it. There's nothing wrong with the amplifier. Do not send the amplifier back. They're on back order. You're going to be without an amplifier for a while. Just take a few minutes, go over your grounds, run an extra ground directly from the battery, make sure the radio's got a solid ground using that grounding point, and make sure the amplifier is sharing the same ground. Should eliminate your problem. If not, go speaker level input through the plug or line low converter from speaker level from your radio into the RCA. Will solve your problem. If you have an issue with this, call me. I will walk you through it. I hope this helps somebody else. Enjoy your Father's Day. Have a great day.